Let's jump into a new Reddit story. Our title today is, I found out that a coworker in the same position, with the same education, experience, workload, etc., is making almost twice what I make. Buckle up and get ready for an amazing story. I began working at a research facility last April as an administrative assistant making $11 per hour. I was promoted to a position as a clinical research assistant in August of 2016 at $14 per hour, with promise that in a year I would have the opportunity to move up into a research coordinator position and receive a raise. Meanwhile, I received my bachelor's degree in December 2016. Fast forward to 1 year later. I have been given all of the responsibilities of not one, but 2 coordinators, as we are very understaffed. I am working overtime each week to tackle my work. I have yet to receive a raise. At my quarterly review 2 months ago, I was told that corporate was not approving any raises at this time, and that maybe after August or so, our highest revenue season, I can expect a pay raise. Still no title change to coordinator, despite having the work of a coordinator and being referred to as one in all company communication. So yesterday my coworker confused in me that she makes $24 per hour. She was hired 6 months after I was, and like me, had relevant experience but no coordinator experience. We both have bachelor's degrees. We work the same position with the same job duties. I make $14 per hour. So I guess the advice I am looking for is how to approach my boss about this outrageous difference in pay and why I am not being fairly compensated. My boss is very big on not disclosing pay with fellow employees, and I understand this completely. However, I did not ask my coworker how much she makes, she simply told me, and now I cannot unknow. I have never had to discuss wages with my employer, and this may not even be the best subreddit to ask for help on this in, but I will take all of the advice I can get. Let's review some relevant comments from our users. User 1 says, "And don't forget that you don't know your coworker is telling you the truth? Run a job search to see how much the market rate for your role is. But your company sounds pretty bad, perhaps time to go anyway. You deserve better." The market rate in my area is $23 to $25 per hour. Looks like time for a new job working for a great company and a big pay rise. Let's also read some of the most voted comments. User 2 says, "I was told that corporate was not approving any raises at this time, and that is how you know it is time to look for a new job. You are doing the work of 2 coordinators, have skilled up with a new degree, are working in a place that is understaffed and where it is a very big deal from your boss for his employees to not know how much he is screwing them over. None of these are good signs. You can always discuss pay with coworkers, and you should be able to get pay commensurate with the work you are doing for the company. The place to get that, however, will be at a new company, since your current one has both told and shown you that you shouldn't expect that raise to come from them." User 3 says, "Your boss is a terrible manager. They should have structured a move up for you in stages according to your qualifications and your responsibility, and actually acted on it. Promises are smoke. If your boss doesn't have the sway to make good on old promises, why would you think saying something now would change that? The number one way to lose a good employee is to be a bad manager. You have a bad manager. I cannot underscore this enough. A bad manager will let you linger underpaid and blame HR or higher-ups for their incompetence in securing you a raise or promotion. My number one job as a manager is making sure my people are well compensated and have the resources they need to do their jobs. It's my job to deflect the negative, remove obstacles, and keep my people productive. I'm not always successful, but I always try. At the minimum, your boss should be actively doing all of these things for you. This isn't an HR issue because your terrible boss never promoted you. If had the same titles and such, different pay, corporate or HR would need to mitigate the situation because that is potential labor law issues. Despite having the same duties, your different job titles make it so you can be in different pay ranges without it being a parity issue. My advice, look for another job. On your way out, thank everyone for the opportunity. Update: September 20th, 2017, over 1 month later. For those of you who read my original post, I just wanted to update. Everyone was so encouraging and supportive, I really did not expect it. After making my post, I met with my boss in order to inform her that I needed a raise. She told me she would submit a pay raise request. 1 week later, she called me into her office. She absolutely berated me for thinking I could move into the coordinator position for which I was already doing the work, and complained about my work performance. Last month, I had an evaluation and received very high praise for my performance, and there has not ever been complaints about my performance in the past. All in all, I assume she was making excuses not to increase my pay. Fast forward a bit, and I received a text from the wife of one of my boyfriend's friends offering me a job at a rehab facility. I interviewed for the job, and they offered me the position at $20 an hour, $6 more an hour than my current job. In the meantime, my boss called me into her office again and informed me that I was very fortunate, as corporate had approved my pay increase. She stated that she truly shot for the stars when submitting my new pay, and that corporate had gone above and beyond anything I ever thought I would receive. $17. Still $7 less than my coworker. I accepted the new job and put in my 2 weeks' notice. My boss was absolutely sideswept. She could not believe that I was quitting. She waited a day and called me into her office yet again and asked me what they were offering me that was so great that I would choose to leave. I told her $20 an hour. She said, "If I can offer you that, will you stay?" Wow! And here I thought $17 was above and beyond what they could ever offer me. I told her I would think about it. In the meantime, I contacted my new employer and informed them that my current employer was offering to match their offer to keep me and got an even bigger offer from them. I start next Monday. Thank you for all your support and advice. I can't wait to start my new job. And to close the story, a couple of comments from our readers. User 5 says, "Unfortunately, this happens all the time. If you don't speak up, good luck." And OP answers, "Thank you. I don't think I could have done it without all the people here encouraging me to." What an amazing story. I love when a story ends well. Hope you like this story. Like and subscribe to keep receiving the best stories in all Reddit.